Hey everybody, it's time to revisit Penthouse Place. You know you miss George, Wheezy, and the whole Jefferson crew. We're about to take a peek at what they're up to in 2024. Real names, ages, the whole kit and caboodle. Let's see how much they've changed. Or maybe not changed. Since moving on up. Hit that subscribe button and get ready for a fun trip down memory lane. Number 1. Isabel Sanford, as Louise Jefferson. Louise isn't the most dramatic one in the family, that's for sure. Even when everyone else is losing their minds, Louise stays chill. Think of her as the family fire extinguisher, perfect for quelling any meltdowns and keeping things fun at get-togethers. Coming to the role with an impressive background in theater, Roxy Roker brought depth and experience to her portrayal of Louise Jefferson. Before The Jeffersons, she had already established herself as a talented actress with credits on shows like Bewitched and The Mary Tyler Moore Show, demonstrating her versatility. Roker's talent wasn't limited to television. She graced the silver screen in the classic film Guess Who's Coming to Dinner, sharing scenes with Hollywood legends. However, her role as Louise Jefferson stands out as a landmark achievement. Not only did it solidify her place in television history, but it also earned her a Primetime Emmy Award in 1981, making her the first black actress to win the prestigious award for Outstanding Lead Actress in a Comedy Series. Roker's career transcended even this accomplishment. Her final performance was a voiceover of herself on The Simpsons, leaving a lasting legacy in the world of animation. Isabel Sanford and Roxy Roker's portrayals in The Jeffersons were more than just comedic entertainment. They were testaments to the power of strong female characters who could navigate life's complexities with humor, grace, and unwavering strength. Their performances continue to inspire audiences to this day. Louise Jefferson played by Isabel Sanford when she was 58 years old. Isabel was hospitalized at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center on July 4, 2004, where she died of natural causes, 5 days later, a month before her 87th birthday. Number 2. Sherman Hemsley as George Jefferson. Archie Bunker was grumpy and old-fashioned. But George Jefferson? He's a firecracker. He's always got strong opinions and a new plan up his sleeve, keeping everyone on their toes. Archie would stew over things. But George? He's a quick wit with a comeback for everything. George has built a good life for himself. A great family, a successful dry cleaning business, and a son he can be proud of. You'd think that would be enough, but not for George. He's always striving for more, never satisfied with where he's at. Sherman Hemsley, the actor who breathed life into George Jefferson, understood the value of hard work firsthand. His path to stardom wasn't conventional. He left high school to enlist in the Air Force, then balanced a postal job with his true passion, acting. This dedication led him to the bright lights of Broadway, where he caught the eye of the legendary Norman Lear. Lear saw the potential in Hemsley and cast him as the unforgettable George Jefferson. While the role of George Jefferson remained his signature performance, he ventured into music in 1989 with the release of a single. He also revisited the Jefferson character throughout his career, with his final appearance happening in 2011 on House of Pain. Unlike the flamboyant George Jefferson, Sherman Hemsley preferred a private life. He never married or had children, but his dedication to his craft left an undeniable mark on television history. His talent was recognized in 2012 with his induction into the Television Academy Hall of Fame. Sherman Hemsley's portrayal of George Jefferson is a reminder that even the most gruff exteriors can hold humor, strength, and a dedication to achieving one's dreams. His journey from blue-collar worker to television icon is an inspiration to us all. George Jefferson played by Sherman Hemsley when he was 37 years old. Sadly, on July 24, 2012, Hemsley died at his home in El Paso, Texas, at age 74. Number 3. Roxy Roker as Helen Willis. George loves to poke fun at Helen with nicknames that hint at her race, but they just don't faze her. She's the undisputed master of quick-witted replies, always leaving everyone laughing. George might think he's clever, but Helen always has a comeback that shuts him right down. When it's her turn to get back at him, she doesn't resort to his mean tactics. Instead, she playfully calls him Shorty, showing she can dish it out just as well, maybe even better. Helen Willis, Louise's closest friend, engages in witty banter with George that rivals the most bitter of rivalries. Their exchanges, especially about Helen's interracial marriage, might make one think George is her arch-nemesis. During casting, producers asked if she'd be okay with her character having a white husband. She proudly showed them a photo of her own husband, a white Jewish man, who resembled Tom Willis, her character's spouse. Roxy Roker and her husband, Mr. Kravitz, are the proud parents of musician and actor Lenny Kravitz, who frequently visited the set. Roxy's star power lives on, as her granddaughter is the beloved Hollywood actress Zoe Kravitz. After the Jeffersons, Roxy Roker had various minor roles, with her last TV appearance in an episode of Hangin' with Mr. Cooper in 1993. She shared a lifelong friendship with Marla Gibbs. Helen Willis played by Roxy Roker when she was 46 years old. Unfortunately, Roker died in Los Angeles, California on December 2, 1995 of breast cancer. She was 66. Number 4. Franklin Cover as Tom Willis. Tom's a great guy, the kind who'd do anything for his family and friends. He's like a loyal watchdog, always looking out for their best interests. Even when his strong-willed wife, Helen, keeps him in line, his easygoing personality shines through. Their marriage shows the power of teamwork. Sure, Tom might get roped into George's crazy ideas sometimes, but that's just part of the fun. Usually, Tom prefers to stay out of George's whirlwind of trouble. He's the voice of reason in the storm, reminding everyone to appreciate the simple things. A quiet night in or a heart-to-heart with a friend. While Tom might be the butt of George's jokes, their friendship is real. Their playful teasing is what makes their dynamic so fun. Remember that time they got stuck in George's bathroom? Total chaos, but hilarious. Franklin Cover had a successful Hollywood career spanning film and television. He started in films such as Mirage, What's So Bad About Feeling Good, and The Stepford Wives. He also appeared in the TV special Change at 125th Street and TV movies like Short Walk to Daylight and The Connection. In the 1980s, Cover continued his passion for acting with roles in films like Wall Street and Spy Trap, as well as the miniseries A Woman Called Golda. He also appeared in the TV movie The Day the Bubble Burst. In the later years of his career, Cover appeared on popular TV shows like Living Single, ER, and New York Days. He was also featured in the TV movie A Perry Mason Mystery, The Case of the Lethal Lifestyle. Cover's final appearance was on TV Guide's Truth Behind the Sitcoms 4. Tom Willis played by Franklin Cover when he was 47 years old. Sadly, Cover died of pneumonia at the Lillian Booth Actors Home in Englewood, New Jersey on February 5, 2006. Number 5. Marla Gibbs as Florence Johnston. Cleaning's a breeze for Florence. She tackles the Jeffersons' apartment with a flick of her wrist and a snap of her fingers, leaving it spotless in no time. While most people dread chores, Florence seems to enjoy them. She works fast, making dirt and dust vanish like smoke. The Jeffersons' place doesn't just get clean, it gets a Florence touch. Everything tidy and sparkling. Marla Gibbs has had an illustrious career in Hollywood, starting in the early 1970s with roles in blaxploitation films. However, her breakthrough came in 1975 when she portrayed Florence Johnston in The Jeffersons. Even after the show ended over 30 years ago, Gibbs continued to thrive in the industry. Following her success on The Jeffersons, Gibbs starred in the NBC sitcom 227 from 1985 to 1990, playing the character of Mary Jenkins. The show featured a talented cast including Jackie Harry, Hal Williams, a young Regina King, and Helen Martin. Gibbs also took on supporting roles in various popular TV shows, reuniting with Sherman Hemsley on both The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and Tyler Perry's House of Pain. Additionally, she appeared in American Horror Story Hotel and many other notable projects. In her personal life, Gibbs is a divorced mother of 3 children and the younger sister of actress Susie Garrett, known for her role on Punky Brewster. Born in 1931, Marla Gibbs is still active in the industry. In the late 2010s, she appeared in an episode of Blackish and continued to be involved in various projects, including Spider-Man Reinforcements. Florence Johnston played by Marla Gibbs when she was 44 years old, and now she is 92 years old. Number 6. Paul Benedict as Harry Bentley. Harry Bentley, with his fancy British accent and quirky outfits, definitely adds some flavor to the neighborhood. Sure, he might come across as a little strange at times, but everyone knows he's a good guy with a kind heart. Even though George Jefferson gets on his nerves sometimes, and vice versa, there's a secret respect between them. Living next door to the Jeffersons was Harry Bentley, a real oddball with a colorful personality. He worked as a translator at the UN, which was pretty cool. Harry could be a bit much sometimes, dressing all flashy and acting like a big shot. George Jefferson especially thought he was a pain, a stuck-up English playboy. But even though they argued now and then, there was a chance they could become unlikely friends. Paul Benedict, known for his distinctive physical features including an oversized jaw and a prominent nose, was celebrated for his diverse body of work in Hollywood. However, he is perhaps most renowned for his role as the Mad Painter on Sesame Street. Benedict's portrayal of Harry Bentley on The Jeffersons brought him widespread recognition. His character's unique traits were partially attributed to acromegaly, a medical condition he shared with Ted Cassidy from The Addams Family. In one of his later projects, the mockumentary Waiting for Guffman, Benedict played Roy, a character whose mistaken identity adds comedic complexity to the film. Created by the team behind Spinal Tap, the mockumentary is considered a hilarious addition to the genre. Benedict's final acting role came in the 2008 film Side by Each, marking the end of his accomplished career in Hollywood. Harry Bentley played by Paul Benedict when he was 37 years old. Sadly, on December 1, 2008, Benedict was found dead of a brain hemorrhage at his home in Aquinnah, Martha's Vineyard, Massachusetts. He was 70 years old. Number 7. Berlinda Tolbert as Jenny Willis. Jenny's love for Lionel is deep and true. It doesn't matter what anyone else thinks, especially not her sometimes difficult father-in-law, George. George might have his prejudices, but Jenny embraces her background. She's proud of her heritage and doesn't see it as a barrier. Jenny and Lionel's love story shows that love can conquer all, bringing people together despite any differences. Berlinda Tolbert found success in both television and film during her acting career. In 1989, she appeared alongside Eddie Murphy in the film Harlem Nights, and the following year, she took on the role of Stack's girlfriend in Martin Scorsese's Goodfellas. In addition to her film roles, Tolbert had a significant role in the acclaimed HBO series 6 Feet Under in 2005. Tolbert retired from acting in 2013 at the age of 73, with her last significant role being in 6 Feet Under. Outside of her acting career, she has been happily married to journalist Bob Reed since 1979. Jenny Willis played by Berlinda Tolbert when she was 26 years old, and now she is 74 years old. Number 8. Zara Cully as Louise Jefferson. Louise can handle anything Mother Jefferson throws at her. She's got a sharp wit and a way with words that can turn any jab into a joke. Louise is the queen of the clever comeback, always ready to stand up for herself. She proves that sometimes the best way to deal with criticism is a well-timed, funny reply. Nobody throws shade quite like Louise Jefferson. Zara Cully left a lasting impression during her time on The Jeffersons, despite appearing in the show for only its first 3 seasons. She portrayed the memorable character of Mother Jefferson. Cully's career began in the 1940s when she was involved in producing, writing, and directing plays in New York City. Later, she joined Edward Waters College, an HBCU, historically black colleges and universities, in Jacksonville, Florida, where she earned the reputation of the Dean of Drama for her impeccable elocution. By the time she was offered the role on The Jeffersons, Cully had amassed an impressive list of acting credits spanning half a century. Louise Jefferson played by Zara Cully when she was 83 years old. Unfortunately, Cully died at the Cedars-Sinai Medical Center in Los Angeles on February 28, 1978, from lung cancer, aged 86. Number 9. Ned Wertheimer as Ralph Hart. Ralph loves money. From big bills to spare change, he can turn any situation into a way to make a profit. He might seem like a friendly guy at first, always smiling and nodding, but don't be fooled. Ralph's always looking for an angle, a way to get some extra cash in his pocket. Alongside Lorenzo Music's Carlton from the sitcom Rhoda, Ned Wertheimer had the honor of playing television's most famous doorman during his 50-episode stint on The Jeffersons. Wertheimer began his career in the theater as an assistant stage manager and an actor. He made his first televised appearances in mid-1950s live programming that included the crime series Rocky King Detective and an episode of the drama anthology The Alcoa Hour. Wertheimer's film career is an interesting cross-section of supporting roles in motion pictures ranging from the 1964 guilty pleasure Santa Claus Conquers the Martians and the Joe Namath feature film debut C.C. and Company to a latter-day supporting role in 2007's Pirates of the Caribbean at World's End as a singing gallows pirate. Television was always Wertheimer's steadiest employer, from guest shots on Macmillan and Wife, Simon and Simon, and 227, to a turn in the 1985 Wes Craven made-for-television horror film Chiller. But it was Wertheimer's portrayal of Ralph the Doorman, the sycophantic gatekeeper of a Manhattan high-rise building always angling for a tip from Sherman Hemsley's George Jefferson, that television fans will remember most. Ralph Hart played by Ned Wertheimer when he was 52 years old. Sadly, Wertheimer died on January 2, 2013, at the Sherman Village Healthcare Center in Los Angeles at the age of 89. Number 10. Damon Evans as Lionel Jefferson. Unlike some people who get easily annoyed, Lionel Jefferson can see past Archie Bunker's old-fashioned views. He even finds humor in Archie's clumsy attempts to be friendly. Archie, well, he can be blunt and say some outrageous things. Most people would take offense, but Lionel just rolls with it. Maybe it's because Lionel himself is pretty witty and can handle a good debate. The character of Lionel was originally portrayed by Mike Evans. Fortunately for Mike, Norman Lear's initial choice, Cleavon Little from Blazing Saddles, didn't get the role. Mike, however, decided to leave the show after the first season due to a desire for more screen time. This change didn't pose a problem, as Damon Evans stepped into the role admirably. Mike Evans was a multifaceted individual, as he was not only an actor but also one of the creators and writers behind another highly successful Norman Lear production, Good Times. In later years, he ventured into real estate investment and owned properties in California's Inland Empire. Lionel Jefferson played by Damon Evans when he was 26 years old, and now he is 74 years old. Number 11. Jay Hammer as Allan Willis. Allan's the life of the party. He's got a big personality that lights up a room, and his jokes are always on point. You'd be lucky to have him as a friend. He's always ready with a funny comeback and a twinkle in his eye. Jay Hammer. A career defined by versatility on stage and screen. Jay Hammer's career path is a testament to his versatility as an actor. He has captivated audiences for decades, seamlessly transitioning between television, film, and theater. While J. Hammer has graced numerous productions, his portrayal of Fletcher Reed on the long-running soap opera Guiding Light remains his most iconic role. From 1984 to 1998, he captivated viewers with his portrayal of the journalist who falls for Dr. Claire Ramsey. His dedication to the character was further evidenced by his return appearances in 1999 and the show's finale in 2009. Hammer's career extends far beyond Guiding Light. He showcased his dramatic talents with a notable role as Allan Willis on The Jeffersons during the 1978-1979 season. This role, as the son of a mixed-race couple, highlighted his ability to portray complex characters. His filmography is equally impressive, boasting appearances in shows like The Blue Knight, Kojak, Mannix, Emergency, and Adam 12. He also brought his talents to the big screen, further showcasing his range. While television and film have brought him recognition, J. Hammer's artistic journey began on the stage. He honed his craft in off-Broadway productions like Passing Through from Exotic Places and Serenading Louis, demonstrating his commitment to the theatrical tradition. Allan Willis played by J. Hammer when he was 34 years old, and now he is 79 years old. Number 12. Danny Wells as Charlie. In a pinch, Charlie's the friend you want in your corner. He's got a big heart and is always there to lend a hand, like a ray of sunshine breaking through the clouds. But that's not all. Charlie's also hilarious. He can crack you up with a joke anytime, making even the toughest situations a little brighter. Danny Wells is a well-known film and television actor with an extensive background in voiceover work. Wells made his American television debut in 1972 with a role on the long-running series Love American Style, and soon landed supporting work on such popular shows as Columbo, Starsky and Hutch, and Sanford and Son. In 1975, he had a recurring role on the sitcom The Jeffersons, and portrayed Charlie, the local bartender, until the show ended in 1985. He worked steadily throughout the 80s in supporting roles on numerous shows, including the Highway Patrol series Chips and the action-adventure show The A-Team. Beginning in 1989, Wells voiced the role of Luigi on the animated series The Super Mario Bros. Super Show, and has since lent his voice to such shows as Johnny Bravo and Potatoes and Dragons. After appearing in small roles in the TV series Hunter and One World, in 1999, Wells appeared in the critically acclaimed film Magnolia. He has since done voiceover work for a number of video games, including Splinter Cell Chaos Theory and Descent 3, and worked on the animated children's series Grossology. Charlie played by Danny Wells when he was 34 years old. Sadly, Wells died in Toronto on November 28, 2013, of cancer at the age of 72. Well, there you have it. The Jeffersons are living proof that style never goes out of fashion. Did any of the transformations surprise you? Let us know in the comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more classic TV throwbacks.